Hi, my Liz. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is every free man. The scripture comes from 1 Kings 11:1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Edomites, the Zidonites, and the Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come into you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their God. Solomon clave unto these in love. God said, you should not, I don't know who this is for, okay? This is somebody that think to themselves that, I'm free to do whatever I want, be with whoever I want, etc., etc. God said you going off and being with strange women is not smart, especially, if you were the kind of person where you have values, you have, how do I say it? You into your background, or maybe you're into your culture. I know everybody ain't like that. So in 111, it ain't for everybody. But if you the kind of person, what I'm thinking about right now is kind of how people will be like they will be kind of, I don't want to say it, but it's, why is God even asking me to speak on this? But it's I just find it weird or strange when a man is constantly talking about oppression when it comes to race, ethnic groups, skin colors, or religion, or anything like that, while simultaneously he will go out and find a wife from the opposite of his race, ethnic group, religion, whatever. It doesn't make sense. How are you for whatever, and you are literally going out and going to the opposite? It's weird to me. Yeah, I know y'all get what I'm saying, and I'm not saying this in that kind of way, but it's how do you expect that relationship is going to work out if your beliefs is going this way and they beliefs is going that way? Be with whoever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm pretty sure you go down my, you know what I'm saying, bloodline. It's all kind of things going on in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being honest. But I feel like it's the difference between two people from two different races that have the same religion. They came from the same area. They, you know what I'm saying, families know each other. They, you know what I'm saying, etc., etc. Versus one person is from all the way over here, the other person from all the way over there. This person was raised one way, that person was raised another way. They have these values, they have those values. How is that gonna mix and mesh well together? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's how I'm thinking about how some people be uncomfortable. When people marry into a rich family and they grew up not really having much, you can feel uncomfortable being you know what I'm saying, in a different area around different people. They might treat you a certain way. I'm being reminded of a show that they was talking about how a guy invited his girlfriend to a family dinner, a family function, and she had a purse that had labels on it, and they were making fun of her because she had a purse that had labels on it, but it was still an expensive purse. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these purses with labels cost thousands, boo. You know what I'm saying? And in some instances, it could be even so small as the little Hermes, you know what I'm saying, label, because some people are like that. That's the flex. I understand. I know it's a quiet flex that you got on something that costs 10 stacks, but don't nobody know but you. But you know what I'm saying? I get it. But at the same time, it's just kind of to such an extent that you're making fun of somebody because they not dressing like you, and they, you know what I'm saying, they fashion. It's just, it make you uncomfortable. That's why we hear so many stories of wives not getting along with the mother-in-law. How can they? You know what I'm saying? Of course they not gonna get along. Yeah, they gonna go back and forth because they from completely different. Completely different. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the mama might be like, what is this woman gonna do to my child? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think. I understand, as you know, coming from the standpoint as a mama too, you gotta understand, like, that's her baby. So she gonna be a little protective. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if she don't know you, she don't know your family. She don't know where you came from. You got all these weird and strange beliefs and, you know, idolatries, and you want to do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even speak the same language. How in the world are y'all going to be together forever? How? Make it make sense. I just feel like how? How? It's not going to work. Somebody gonna fold. And I just feel like that's the message. God said somebody gonna fold. And in some situations it work out. But it's specific. And that's what I feel like God is saying. It's not a situation where somebody is from all the way this way and somebody from all the way that way. They barely can communicate with each other. They don't relate to nothing. They ain't never watched the same TV shows, movies. They don't listen to the same music. They friends don't act or look alike. Like, it's just like, how? I just feel like that's the vibe. That's the vibe. And then in some situations, you got to be careful, because is there some kind of ulterior motive going on? Because I'm just being real. When they get down to it, yeah. I'm just being honest. And that's coming from, I was just watching Game of Thrones, you know what I'm saying, when the beginning part, when, I think her name is the Journey's. I know I messed it up. Well, her brother gave her to the Dragoon. I think that's his name, or whatever he was called. And you know what I'm saying? In reality, her brother had an ulterior motive. It wasn't a situation where he really wanted to see his sister with old dude. He wanted to go home. He wanted to rule. He had all his own motives as to why he would even think of letting that man come anywhere near his sister. And he showed his true colors later on in the show. And I just feel like for somebody, that's you know what I'm saying? It's a reason. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you can't see past what you see. But anyways, I feel like that's the message. God said that for somebody is going after or trying to be with somebody that God said, no, this is somebody that has something else going on. This is somebody that got some idolatry going on. They worshiping a God that you don't know of. Y'all, you know, in the long run gonna fall out because of something like a cultural difference, or a religious difference, or it could be a background difference. It's going to be something that's going to come up, or several things that will start to come up that will make it very obvious and clear that, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to work. And a lot of men like to argue, Solomon had a lot of wives, David had a lot of wives. God is saying right here, he was not okay with Solomon having all them wives. He was not. He was not. He was not happy with him or his daddy. He was upset with him and his pappy for having all them women, all them strange women going to and fro inside his castle. God said, you know what I'm saying? And the real wife, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like ain't no telling how much attention she got. You know what I'm saying? She probably only saw her husband once a year. As many, you know what I'm saying? He got all these wives, concubines, just women just laying around just because, like, baby, it's tough. I don't see how he got anybody pregnant. To be honest, like, just being real. Like, I just feel like God is saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like God is saying that he wanted, anyways, that's the message though. That's the message. And that's coming from the scripture, you know what I'm saying, for anybody that's going to be trying to say, Star, you just this, that, and the third. Look, I really don't care. As I've said several times, but you can do whatever you want to do. It really has no effect on me in any shape, form, or fashion. As long as you ain't messing with my man. I don't care what you do, boo. I really don't. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going off of scripture here. God said that Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zionites, and Hittites. That's what the scriptures say. I'll open the Bible up to the scripture. God said, leave them strange women alone. That's the message. God said, leave them strange, odd, weird women alone. They got different culture than you. You have a baby with this woman, and it's going to be a nightmare because y'all cultures are different. You know what I'm saying? You try to connect with this, get married to whoever this is, baby. That's the message. That's the message, y'all. That's the message. 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 There it go on to say he had 700 wives. 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart. God said, like, you got to be careful, because when you connecting to people that don't, like, I just feel like this is somebody they heart far from God, but you have to see what they doing. If it's this kind of vibe where this somebody that's married already and this somebody that's messing around with you and they know you married, obviously God is far from their heart already. God is nowhere near their heart. He can't be. They don't have no conscience about breaking up a happy home. First of all. Second of all, they convincing this man that it's a good idea. When God said that what he put together, let no man or woman tear it apart. This is somebody that's basically convincing this man to tear up his happy home. It's going to eventually fall apart. God said this is somebody that's pulling somebody away from their home. And then on top of that, it's a strange woman that's into weird stuff that it would never work out with. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord and went not fully after the Lord. So did David his father. What I just say, God was seeking judgment on Solomon and David for what they did. He wasn't happy with neither one of them. He didn't tell them to do all that. He gave them, he called them to be king and to have a queen, not to have queens and concubines, and then princesses, and then this, and you get a title, you get a title, you get a title. Come on now. It's other people that need wives too now. You can't have all of them. It's other people that need wives too. They want to get married too. And all these women can't be occupied with one man. It's not only is it unfair to the man's wife, it's unfair to all the women, because none of them are getting the attention, the love, or the time that they deserve. God said he's seeking judgment, okay? Just like he saw judgment on Solomon and on David, he gonna seek judgment on any man that decides that he gonna mess up his marriage that God gave him with a strange woman. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.